Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, February 23rd, 2021. My name is Karen Bodenschatz. I serve as Associate Pastor at First Lutheran Church in Onalaska, Wisconsin, and this is my morning musing. So this week, if you're reading along in the devotional or if you attended church yesterday, you know that we are gathered under the theme, again and again, God meets us. And so I've been thinking about that as I was waiting for the coffee to be ready this morning, and I was reading the devotion for today. I just kept thinking about God meeting me, and I just flashed into this picture of God meeting me at the Charmant, which is my favorite restaurant. And then I thought about like God meeting me in other places my family and my friends would meet me. And it occurred to me, not that this is something brand new, but it just came to me fresh, that when we think about God meeting us, it means that wherever I go, God is already there. So as much as God is here with me wherever I am, God is also in those places where I'm going. So as I think about this last year, as I think about us here in Lent, as I begin to imagine and pray about what we're going to be like after the pandemic and setting some intentions, it's such a great encouragement and comfort to imagine God meeting us there, that God has already gone ahead of us. Jesus says that to his disciples in John 14, I go before you to prepare a place for you. And that same concept could be thought of as we make our way through our days, our weeks, our years, that God will meet us wherever we end up, wherever we go. Whether that's the usual, normal, everyday, or if we take a risk and try something new, God will meet us there, has already prepared the place that we're going for us. And I found that a huge comfort. But I also began to think about what does that mean then for the rest of the world? Because we all know this isn't just about me or just about you. It's about us. It's about the world. And I began to think about how God meets other people and how God is preparing the world for other people and how again and again God meets other people where they're at. And that helps me to humanize the people that I tend to dehumanize. And it reminds me to be empathetic and compassionate when I encounter people, whether I encounter them face to face or encounter them maybe in a news story or on Facebook. And that's really important to remember and to sit with for a little while. As we hear stories and witness events that affect people of color, people in the LGBTQ community, women, children, that we would open our hearts to what is happening, that we would let go of the stereotypes and the tropes that we have bought into, and that we would remember that God meets those people too. A couple weeks ago, the ELCA Global Mission posted about a pastor in South America who was killed, and he was killed because he was gay. That's not okay. That's not okay there, that's not okay here, and it happens in both places. If we truly believe that God is with humanity and that God died for all of us, if we believe that God loves not only you and me, but all people, then there is a deep and loud call to all of us who don't have to live in fear for our lives to make sure that others don't. That God meets those people there. And it's a huge chance that God meets those people through us. That God meets all people through us. and in the ways that we work for justice and work for peace. So I would encourage you to sit with this theme and imagine what it means not only for yourself, but for other people, and how then it changes how we are in the world. Because it does. As we let it deepen and sink into our own being, it changes how we are in the world. For the better, I think. But it won't be necessarily comfortable or easy, which is where we run into trouble. So that's what I've been musing about today. I would love to hear how God is working through you this Lent. Feel free to email me, call me, put a comment in there. I hope to see you tomorrow night at Parking Lot Worship as we do hold an evening prayer under the stars. But until then, be well, be kind, for Christ is with you.